crush may seem silly to you, but it's likely a big deal to your child. And our next guest says parents shouldn't underestimate the power of that young love. Therapist Julie Hanks is here with advice for moms on how to handle your child's first crush. I think just the word crush sounds so silly, so immature. What's the big deal?
Well, you know, kids have intense emotions. So it's not just this thing that doesn't matter to them. Those first feelings of affection for somebody outside of the family is new, and it's really important, and it's real to your child.
At a young age, is there such a thing as puppy love? We joke about that term, puppy love.
Well, let me ask you. Can you remember when you were just kind of goo goo gaga about somebody? Come
on. I'm getting put on the spot. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I can. I mean, everybody can remember who that first, or those first few people that they thought were just really amazing. And so it's real, and it's important because it kind of lays a foundation of, yeah, I'm a person with intense feelings, and I have preferences and attraction to certain people over others.
What age is natural, so parents can maybe have the guard up and be prepared for this conversation that will follow? What age is typical for a child to report having their first crush?
You know, elementary school, girls tend to be more interested in boys earlier than boys are interested in girls. But, you know, sometimes it's as late as junior high. So it's a broad range, but 5 to 10.
And do you find kids will approach their parents, or they will say, I like so-and-so, or I like so-and-so, or is that a conversation a parent needs to initiate with their child?
You know, I don't think you need to make a big deal about it, but I think it's important to watch for signs. So giggling about a certain person, or teasing. I remember a boy who had a crush on me. He broke my finger in elementary school. He was trying to steal my shoes or something, you know. But that's a way that young kids show that they like someone.
They pull your hair, they like you.
Right.
They make fun of you, they like you.
They punch you, they kiss you.
They break your finger, they like you. Okay.
Yeah, so you want to watch for the signs. They won't always tell you, depending on the child and on your relationship with the child. If they know you'll keep it in confidence, they're more likely to tell you.
So do I do anything as a mom or a dad when I observe those signs? Am I proactive in saying anything or doing anything?
Well, I think something, Brooke, that's really important for parents to do is just to get curious. And this is a great opportunity for you to help your child understand what they like about this person, so what their preferences are. So asking, like, well, tell me what's special about Kate. Well, she's really funny, or she's really smart, or I like her brown hair, or she smiles at me. So just asking these simple, open-ended questions can actually help your child learn about themselves and what they value, what's important to them.
What's the worst thing a parent can do when they observe that first crush?
I have seen people in my therapy office as adults trying to deal with this: teasing and belittling, making fun of or putting the child down. It's heartbreaking.
You're saying it carries clear into adulthood for some people?
Yes, I have had clients who it has gotten in the way of other relationships because they felt so ashamed of, maybe they took this crush a gift, and their parent made a comment about it or said they just felt ashamed about it. So I don't want to put pressure on parents like, oh, don't do the wrong thing, but really take it seriously. Don't minimize it, and don't tease. And siblings are horrible with this.
They can be brutal.
Right. But don't tease. It's real to that child.
On the flip side of that, do you ever find parents can go too far too early encouraging these feelings? Yeah.
There are some moms who, I think, they just get overly involved from an early age in their child's relationships, and that can be hurtful too. Like, okay, so your kindergartner has a crush. You don't start planning the wedding, or start kind of orchestrating all these play dates so your daughter can be the one that everybody likes. I mean, just stay back, observe, learn, and support your child, but you don't have to get overly involved.
So you suggest parents asking, what they like about that person, kind of exploring those feelings a little bit more.
Yeah.
Do you dig deeper as a parent and ask, gosh, are you holding hands? Are you kissing? Are those appropriate questions for a parent to ask?
In later elementary school and junior high, yes, having those discussions about setting boundaries is really important. And kids are usually doing more than the child wants to think.
So if you think,
then the parent, or than the child wants the parent to think.
Oh,
so
I see.
The parent and child both want everybody to believe like nothing's going on. So if you don't think they're holding hands, they're probably holding hands. If you don't think they're kissing, they're probably kissing.
Oh, reality check.
I know they're probably one or two steps ahead of where you think they are or what they've shared with you. So having those talks about boundaries and how much time to spend together, what your family values are in terms of dating and physical contact, or sexting, all those kind of discussions you want to have starting in later elementary school and junior high.
Which
definitely.
is earlier than I think most parents will realize those conversations need to happen.
We want to think, oh no, not my child, but you know what? There's a lot of information out there.
Okay, can a child experience heartbreak when these crushes end or these little relationships dissolve?
Well, why do you think it's called a crush?
A crush,
right? I mean, you get crushed if it's not reciprocated. I mean, is there anything as devastating? Brooke, I remember I had a crush on a neighbor. He was an adult, but I just thought he was so, oh, he's so cute. He got married to one of my cousins, and he had told me he was going to marry me. I was like 4.
Oh,
right?
no.
And I was like sobbing because I really thought I was going to marry him. So, there is heartbreak involved, but it's also a chance for parents to teach their kids, you can get through this. You'll feel this way again. You'll be attracted to other people, and to, teach your child that it's okay. Life will go on, even though for a moment it feels like it won't. It's so
I think
painful.
the interesting takeaway is just that some of these situations can really influence your relationships later in life. That's intriguing to me.
Yeah, and you want to kind of dismiss it, but really, these are the early relationships patterns that are being established.
Okay, Julie, thank you so much.
Thanks, Brooke.
Those tears are gone now, right?
Those
For your
tears are
neighbor
gone.
crush. We can wipe them away and call it good.
Yeah.
All right.